China rolled out a new K visa effective October 1st, 2025. It's for young tech talent, mostly people in STEM. It fills the gap between the R visa and the Z visa. It gives more flexibility, no employer sponsorship required. You can land first, land up a job, dive into research, or start a business. The stay is more flexible than usual categories. Family and work details will be posted by embassies and consulates. If you are a young STEM grad or early career pro, this is a clear path to build your future in China. Hi, I'm Rex, a practicing lawyer in China. I make videos to share what I'm learning and how I think about it. Language learning is part of my training, so today I'm recording this entirely in English. Please point out any mistakes in my English. That's how I improve. If you'd like to grow with me, please subscribe so you don't lose track of the channel. The goal of the K visa based on official explanation is the country's growth needs talent from around the world, and that growth also gives chances to talent worldwide. To further carry out the national strategy of building strength through talent, it makes it easier for young foreign tech talent to come here, and it promotes international cooperation and exchange among young researchers. Reuters draws a comparison to the US H-1B, pointing out it's become tighter and more expensive, and emphasizes the flexibility here, no employer tie, arrive first and choose later, to attract early career tech talent. My view is that the two visas operate on very different logic. Beyond both being visas, K visa and H-1B share little in common. Let's look at what the K visa actually says formally. The law is new, detailed rules are scarce, most language is principle level. Article 6 of the regulations on the entry and exit of foreigners, the K visa is issued to young foreign sci-tech talent entering the country. And Article 7 says, to apply, you must meet the conditions and requirements set by the competent government authorities, and you must submit the required supporting documents. That's it. These are the only two binding provisions right now. But there is an official Q&A by the Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Public Security, and the National Immigration Administration. Their clarification: the K visa is for foreign young sci-tech talent who either graduated in STEM field from well-known universities or research institutes with a bachelor's degree or above, or work in related education or research at those institutions. The specific conditions and document list will be posted by embassy and consulates. This means K visa is for young STEM people with real credentials. If you've got a bachelor's or higher from a research institute in science, tech, engineering, or math, or you already those places, you are the target. This is the full set of authoritative information so far. Anything else is not official. Treat non-official claims with caution, and you better verify before relying on them. You might ask, okay, but what counts as a well-known university? Right now, there's no official answer. Most likely we'll get a list of clear criteria when the details drop. There are not new detailed rules yet, so some of your questions don't have clear answers for now. We can still make careful forecasts based on the rules that already exist, and everything will depend on the official guidance that comes out later. First, the likely age range. Think in three buckets: young talent, recent graduates, early career researchers. The USNSF survey of earned doctorates puts the median SNE PhD finish at 30.7, so a cap below 30 doesn't add up. After that milestone, research experience is exactly what policymakers value, a degree plus real work. However, if someone is already very senior, they belong with the R visa track for high-level or urgently needed talent. Here's the gap. There's no official rule on how many post-PhD years make you too experienced for K visa, so change the length to youth. The National Youth Plan uses 14 to 35 as a policy range. Now, pivot to labor supply. I combine three official datasets: population age structure and working age totals, age-specific urban unemployment rates, and the 7th National Census Age Pyramid. Current labor gap concentrates in ages 25 to 44. Put it all together, and my forecast is a generous ceiling around 40 for a K visa aimed at early career STEM talent, subject to whatever the official rules say when they're published. Second, how long might a K visa let you stay? Officially, it promises more flexibility on 3 fronts: entries, validity, and the duration of each stay. The word more is related to the short visit F visa and the business visit M visa. Under current practice, 180 days per entry is a common ceiling for those categories. So my forecast, and it's a forecast, is that K visa could push the upper limit toward 1 year. But here's the practical point. The exact stay matters less than you're applying. If you find the right role in the country, you'll apply for a residence permit under that limit. If it isn't a fit, you're likely done well before any long cap kicks in. Third, does the K visa come with work authorization built in? By today's rules, visa and status are separate. For example, a Z visa gets you in, but to work, you still switch to a work-type residence permit. That's the standard model. If K visa arrived with its own work authorization, that would be a new model. The official wording does say K holders may engage in education, science and tech, culture, plus entrepreneurship and business. That sounds broad, but it's not the same as a formal right to be employed. Here is the tension. Wide activities are mentioned, yet the K visa still has a stay limit. How to read this cleanly? Treat K visa as an entry and exploration lane. You came in, meet partners, test the project, look for a fit. If it aligns, job offer or viable startup, you then apply for the proper work residence permit. If it doesn't, you wrap up within the K stay. Don't assume the K visa replaced a work permit. It's most likely a bridge, not a destination. To be clear, everything above is a forecast drawn from the rules we have today. As a lawyer, I won't give a definitive conclusion until an authoritative document is formally issued. When facts change, our view should change too. If you haven't been to China yet, I suggest coming with family and friends. First, compared with many developed countries, the cost is low. Food, hotels, and transport are great value. Public transit and street food especially are so affordable you'll do a double take, and there's no tipping, which feels great. Second, if you bring kids, they can see real ancient Chinese architecture, walls, temples, gardens, an experience that's hard to replace. They might even pick up a few words of Chinese and try the high-speed train. Getting around is easy, fast, and you won't be fighting the kind of delays you see with flights. If you find a city you love, you may want to stay a few extra days. Some of my foreign friends did exactly that and end up living here for years. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Top tip for you: no chopsticks, no real hot pot experience. Practice before you come. The K visa is likely most useful for people from countries without visa-free entry to China. If your passport already has a visa-free access, the K visa adds less value. You can fly in, explore, and if a solid opportunity appears, apply to convert to the appropriate residence status through regular procedures. By contrast, for applicants from non-visa-free countries, K visa may be more attractive. If you meet the criteria, you can apply directly, and based on current guidance, it may offer a more streamlined path and better cost-benefit than comparable short-stay visas. The K visa has a clear migrant vibe. While the country isn't a traditional immigration destination, but this is, in fact, a small window toward a longer-term residence. That's my take on the K visa. I'll keep tracking the fine print so you don't go cross-eyed at midnight. If my English slips, correct me. If your chopsticks slip, that's normal. Gravity is undefeated. If you are a young STEM pro, line up your documents, book a real segment, and start scouting. When the official rules drop, I'll update. I'm Rex, thanks for watching, see you next video.